All right, everybody. Hello. I hope you're all doing well tonight, or I mean today. At whatever time zone you're in, it's it's 1 for me, so it's just the noon/afternoon. Yeah, I think it's just noon for me. But yeah, I hope you're all doing okay so far. I am trying to get back into the kick of things. I've been kind of struggling with that for like a month now, but I always try to get back into it enough for another week, because next week is going to be the last week until my I guess my 2-week break. Not sure. I don't think I should really call it a hiatus. It's just a 2 weeks off. But yeah, I just need some. I'm just gonna try and take some time for myself. Try to, catch up on things that aren't necessarily related to streaming. Try to get back into the artist mode, because that's just been my big issue lately. I just been having a really hard time drawing. But yeah, hopefully I can do that, and maybe figure out some editing software too, because I have not been doing that either. Yeah, I think I just have so many things that I'm technically supposed to do. I just kind of got overwhelmed. So yeah, that's kind of. I'm just trying to get my bearings right. Oh shoot, I almost forgot to do one thing. Hold on. Blue sky. I keep forgetting to do my tags, so yes, please give me my notepad. Okay. Also should probably turn the laptop fan on. Hold on. I'll do that after I take care of this. No. Uh-oh. I guess this person is not there on the list anymore. Okay. But yeah, I've been forgetting to do the tags lately, so hopefully they'll see them. But anyways, let's just get to the art for now. So I worked on this a bit while I was off. Excuse me. Whew. While I was off stream, yeah, early in the morning. I basically did the sketch. Hopefully I don't get in trouble with Twitch, but since I didn't draw anything, but I'm gonna try and do a quote-unquote doll for this character. So basically I make a base body and then I draw some hair. And basically the goal to that is just to try and then I can just draw clothes over it. So I've used to do this technique a little more in the past, but a lot of the time I just felt like it was a big waste of time. So, but since I'm struggling with this guy's clothes or like outfit so much, I decided to try doing this. But yeah, so just showing you a previous iteration. So I didn't finish coming up with the colors here, but I mean, I do like this decorative thingy right here. Kind of wonder if I should try to maintain these kinds of patterns. But yeah, here's one attempt at it. And sorry, it's trying to think of an. Oh yeah, here's another attempt. So, but yeah, it's I think the monkey part of my brain kept trying to take over and just give him a thigh gap, but I don't think a thigh gap really fits this character very well. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably cover him up properly. But yeah, I did technically draw a bust of this character, like I think back in January. So I'm just scrolling down. Should have just used the search thing. Okay. But yeah, and also I'm just been struggling with the outfit colors. I keep wanting to make everything black, basically, but I need to have some more variation. Okay, here's the portrait that I did of him a while back. I don't know if I did this on stream or not. I think I did this just on my own, but yeah, this was done on my own, I think. So it was kind of a spontaneous artwork. But yeah, I guess this character's a little bit of a comfort character. I don't know. I get stuck in my head a lot, so... kind of designed him that way. Basically, a character with a... like a sad boy, basically. I'm not sure if I want to like get into the weeds with this story yet, or look what I have planned for a story. Okay, this is like really badly drawn. So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna. Oh crap! This was flipped the entire time. Holy crap! Okay. Well, hold on a second. His hair is supposed to be done a certain way, so I'm just gonna... No, not the base... No, shush. Okay. Not the base body, just, the hair. Yeah, okay, I'll give this a good flip. Whoop. Okay. Then I'll do the same for the line art here, so... And a flip. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is landing. You know what, I'm just gonna delete this. Okay, yeah, I'll try again. It doesn't hurt to... I barely did anything, so it doesn't hurt to try again. Actually, I wonder if I should try using the brush that doesn't have any... Oh, it still has some stability, but a lot less, or stabilization, but not quite as much. I'm just wondering if I should leave his hair messier. Like, this art isn't necessarily meant to be super polished or anything. But, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Wondering if I should actually make the base... Yeah, make this a bit lighter too, so I can see things more easily. But yeah, so I'm gonna try and have like a front hair section and then back hair section. Just so it's, things are split up properly, I guess. It makes it harder to try and like shade it afterwards. Of course, usually it's better to just keep this kind of stuff flat colored. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, I know it's not really obvious right here, because I guess I should probably add some sort of like mark in here or something to indicate that he's like an actual Dullahan. Of course it gets covered up by his sort of collar neck thing right here, but so it's not as obvious when it's attached. But oh my god, sorry, I have a hard time just speaking properly. You know, just make it a little more obvious that he's a Dullahan. But yeah, I still don't have the most detailed story for this guy, as I said, or idea for this guy, but I want him to be kind of like his concept is supposed to be like gardens, so that's basically, it was just to help give me maybe have a more of a flexible concept between bugs and flowers. That's just kind of what I wanted to go with. But yeah, my idea was that he kind of like rests in a sort of this hidden garden that's kind of walled off. It's kind of his zone. Yeah. You know, I was in Clancy B's stream a little bit earlier because he was I wanted to say hi, but then my Wi-Fi died. But he was actually designing a character as well, but he actually had a whole background and everything set up for the character, which I thought was cool. I don't know. Kind of wondering if I should like slap some colors around behind this guy so I can have a better idea, or help me kind of picture him in his you know, natural setting. But yeah. Sorry, not much has happened yesterday. At least in my real life. Not anything too exciting on for yours truly. But just kind of watching a lot more gardening videos. I've also just did some more side questing in Amalur and tried to do a few more of the tedious types of tasks. Just because I really want to play the game on my own. Or it's like I keep wanting to stream and play the game in general, so it's like if I don't have enough time for gaming streams, so you know, I just try to do it on my own. At this point I'm just doing it on my own. But that's just kind of how it goes. Okay. Sorry, I'm just adding more detail to the hair. I'm not really sure if I want this side part to be going over this much of the face, so I'm actually gonna make it a bit thinner. Say it's a bit thicker on, or I'm gonna say it's a bit thicker on the side, but that's just me. Okay. Just gonna have this part just kind of split up a bit, so erase a little bit of that so it looks a little bit cleaner or less off, I think. And then and he has a little braid on his side right here. I haven't really sketched out the braid properly, but just kind of blocked in everything. But yeah, I thought it would kind of... I used to give a lot more of my characters this sort of like side braid, just because I think it looks really cool, but I haven't been doing that in a while, I don't think, for some reason. Of course, not every character needs the same details, but you know, I just really like using certain design concepts because I like them, as I said. This is me, just how I like it. Okay. Oh yeah, but I guess thinking about it now, I do need to push VGen a lot more. I haven't been very good about that. As I said, I've just been really overwhelmed. Haven't been on the computer as much in general. Yeah, I don't think so anyway. Honestly, I've just been kind of stressed out because of work too. Honestly, this past 2 days, they haven't been the worst or anything, but yeah, just going over there, it's been kind of I just haven't really been in the mood for it. I keep wanting to like skip the day, but yeah, I just have to get up early in the morning. I do think I mentioned it, but I did ask for a weekend off, because I was just yeah, I just need some time, a weekend off. So yeah, it should be happening during my 2 weeks. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm kind of trying to avoid coming up, or trying to avoid getting too excited for other plants, because or flowers I should say, because I already have like a lot of flowers, or at least seed packets for flowers. I know I'm not gonna have like infinite space, you know, but damn, there's a lot of temptations out there. Sorry, I'm stretching. Ooh, okay. Of course I say that like I'm not hopping onto a web, or like the flower websites, you know, the big websites that sell a bunch of seeds and stuff. But the temptation, damn it. Yeah. Okay, so let's... Sorry, I'm just trying to think of this. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this color right here. So it's... Yeah, it's kind of a greenish cyan here. It's technically cyan, like, but it looks a little bit more green, so... Fun fact. Yeah, I think this character's color scheme will generally be blue, except for the bits of gold. Because I think that would be fitting for him. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, basically I just gotta cover up the front here. With the cranium. Okay. Let's also make this, the hair layer the new reference layer, so I can just, fill it up more easily. Okay. I'm gonna have... Oh god, no! Sorry, I just, noticed my, mistake right there. Yeah, I forgot to close that off. Whoops-a-daisy. Sorry, I thought I got a message. Okay. But yeah, I was pretty under the weather yesterday. A little off topic, I'm sorry. Alright. And this band right here, not really sure what I'm going to color it. Oh, well, no, I don't know, actually. I didn't bother adding the braid in his arch right here, just because it was already getting pretty busy. Also, I feel like this band is maybe a little too... It's a lot wider, or longer than I actually would want it to be, so... I'm gonna try something right now. Okay, that works, actually. I'm gonna Control Z though, because I think I'm just gonna delete a little part of it and I'll try to fix it later. Oh, nope. Okay, hold on. Okay. So let's try that again. Yeah, I just think it'll look better if it's a lot shorter. Okay. Okay, so here's the front hair. No, actually, no, I'm still not happy with it. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now I'm just gonna color it in. I think I should just have a placeholder color for the time being, so I'll go with this purple. Nope, okay. So now I'm gonna name this F hair lining. You can't see it, but I'm renaming some layers. Then F hair color, and I should shove them in the group so I can keep track of it better. F hair. Then obviously F is for front. Okay, there we go. I think I should be okay with just returning these to its brighter color. Sorry, I'm just thinking I would like to add the actual details pretty soon. Or the kind of the facial details that you can't see here. Yeah, this is better. Kind of just give him eyeshadow. Okay, sorry, I'm a little, yeah, I just started streaming, I'm already kind of hooked. Yeah, I feel like morning came around quite a bit faster than I expected. I guess not morning itself coming in around, but the morning kind of just flashed by. Almost didn't really feel like I was ready to stream. It's like, probably would have helped if I fell asleep at an appropriate time. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I like how I handled this hair right here. So I'm gonna actually get a lot closer. And I'm trying to work with a thinner line art. I keep having to remind myself that it doesn't need to be super pretty or anything. Just like good enough. Don't worry guys, we'll eventually get to the outfit design. Okay. But yeah, his original motif was specifically supposed to be like morning glories. But it wasn't quite vibing with me, I don't think. To be honest, I'm not like a super fan of morning glories. I think they're alright, but I like that they can like climb stuff, or they're climbing plants. They just don't really... I just don't click with that shape of flower, you know? But yeah, I'm sure they'll look really... Hopefully they look really pretty in the garden. Apparently I just learned that sweet peas can also be climbing plants, but you know, I already bought the morning glories. I don't need to buy a second one. Or I don't need to buy another climbing plant, you know? Maybe next year. Sweet peas are more of a cool weather plant though, that's the big thing, so... The thing about the morning glories is that they'll be blooming in summertime. Yeah, so one thing I haven't really considered too much is, you know, or I wasn't very good about considering is like bloom time for each of the flowers until like after I bought the seeds. So I'm a little wary about how the garden patch will be looking. I'll probably be fine, but yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna connect the line art down here to make my life easier. I'm not gonna bother drawing the hair behind him because you're not gonna see that. Or no one's gonna see that, basically. Hold on, whoops. Make this the reference layer, new layer, and color. There we go. So let's name this bee hair lining. Then bee hair C. Oh, I never turned the fan on. Okay, that's... Hopefully my computer doesn't like cook, you know? Okay. so here is a roughish drawing of his hair. Okay, let's get back to the base then, and yeah, I wanted to add some color details. So let's see, okay, not this one. And his face is generally more of a grayish color, so try to keep that in mind. Okay, I'm going to drag this symmetry ruler to the color layer just because I'm going to be a little bit lazy and just not. Okay, is it working? Yeah, it's working. Okay. Yeah, not sure if I'm gonna continually go with this, but honestly, it kind of fits the vibe. Okay, just make it a lot more subtle though. Kind of the same thing that Varia has. You know, Varia slash, you know, myself. Okay. So we got this. Hold on. I'm gonna make it even more subtle, maybe. Actually, it's probably fine. Also, I wonder if I should just do this as actual flat colors or not. I'll just use my brush. No, I should use the flat colors. Sorry, I'm being a little undecisive. Or at least, like, start with the flat colors and then just try to alter it a bit later, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so start with gray and I might add some purple towards the face, and the purple, or like the hints of purple, might help make the irises pop out a bit more. Because I feel like oh yeah. Yeah, I want the irises to stick out just a touch more, at least with the lighter areas. But yeah, sorry, I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so I'm actually gonna start out with messing with the cheek color a little bit. Honestly, the nose color as well. It's gonna be, yeah, being very, very soft with it, admittedly. Yeah, I feel like the cheek color is probably what I would want to have it. Or the cheek color, I think I would want to add a bit of purple there just because to help it pop out just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna lower the opacity here. Yeah. Maybe another layer, okay. Okay. Add a little bit of shading to the nose. Okay, raise the opacity again. I'm actually gonna make the tip a bit darker. Okay. Then for the eyes. Nope, okay. I'm gonna go back to gray. Yeah, because everything else is like so grayish colored, I realized that any hint of purple is gonna appear way stronger than it actually would be, or actually is. Okay, there we go. Oh, and the ads should be hitting, so fair warning, everyone. Yep, there's the ads. Okay. Don't really need to do anything right now, I don't think, so I'm just gonna stay here. Okay. Just I am blending out the ends of the irises here. I'm actually going to take this dark purple. I'm going to add a bit of that to the upper eyes. A bit smidge to the lower eyes. Okay, this is too much. I'm adding too much now. Kind of want to make the tip of his ears darker. I'm actually going to lower the opacity of everything. So basically lowering the opacity of the layer itself. Okay. Sorry, it's air keeps coming up from my lungs and it makes it hard to talk, and I need to drink this coffee because it's going to get cold. Okay, I'm trying to add more purple. I'm just trying to put it in. Okay. Oh yeah, and I wanted to add more to the add a smidge of it to the cheeks too. Of course, it's probably maybe more towards the center. Lower the opacity of that too. Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna soften the edges here. Okay. Oh yeah, I did want to add a scar for his to indicate, or add something to indicate that he's Dullahan. So I'm gonna look at some of my other stuff. Maybe take this color and just make it really dark. Okay. Let's do it right under the neck. Okay. Maybe lighten it up a little bit. Probably add that for the... Just kind of add some marks to make it look a little less clean. Okay, welcome back everybody. Ad break has ended. You did not miss much of anything. I just remembered that I'm supposed to be drinking my coffee, so you can't really see that. Okay. Okay, it's a bit derpy right now, but it's just the best I can come up with. But yeah, so let's add the sclera now. So I'm actually gonna make this the sclera operation. No, okay. I'm gonna make the sclera white. Okay. There we go. Alright, now time to work on the eyes. Yeah, I feel like I must have lightened up these irises quite a bit during the painting process. So I'm actually gonna come in with a... So I took the really bright yellow from that painting and I'm just gonna use a brush that's not completely opaque, but kind of helps it stick out a bit more. Yeah, it should help a little bit. It'll lighten it up a lot. And gonna have the... Yeah, I never truly know how I'm gonna be doing the irises until I do the actual piece. I think I'm gonna give them like normal pupils, normal-ish pupils. Basically darker than the actual iris. Technically normal pupils would be like almost black, so... Sorry, I really needed that water. Whoa. Okay. Actually, I just remembered he's supposed to also have a gradient to his hair. Whoops. You know what? I'll put it on the front hair. So I'm gonna name this Brad. So it's a little more of a minty looking color, I think. Not sure if I want it on the... How much of it I want on, like, the front hair, though, is the thing. I guess this isn't really minty, it's just a lighter blue. Okay. Try to smooth it out right here with the airbrush. Okay. Lower opacity so it doesn't stand out too much, and I'll just leave it. Okay. So, dark. So here's before and after. I might actually lower the opacity too again. Okay. Yeah, if I just want to, I can bring it back. So, perp. Okay. Scar Sclera. Scar. Skull. Too lazy to spell out all of Sclera. Oh god. All of Sclera. Ugh. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh, okay, sorry. It really needed to stretch right there. Alright. So I should get another one. Or folder. I'll name this body. Okay. And real quick, I think I might want to try and give him a color, add an actual color to the line art right here. At least for his skin. So I'm making it kind of a purpley color. And I'm just gonna leave the hair for now. But yeah, let's get this guy covered up real quick, so. Hold on. Just try it, there. There's nothing under here, as I said, yeah, but God, I hope I don't get into trouble today. Alright. So anyways, hold on, it's kind of hiding way too much. Yeah, it's just meant to be a doll, damn it. Just meant to be a doll. Okay, there. I think it's proper underwear now. Okay. Probably lower the opacity, but sorry, it's just like already blinking out again. So I'm gonna look at his some of my previous attempts. So some of the details that I really liked is just like the jewelry and the neck thing right here, and the cuffs. I want them to stay around, and I also have these boots that I kind of want to stay around too. Try to make them more like armor-like. So yeah, I'm thinking like try to add a more of a armored look to the maybe the upper body. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so let's try to write down some ideas. So gonna make another layer, name it notes. Okay. Note. Okay. I'm gonna take the turnip pen so it's easier to write with. So okay, so concepts. So I'll just write Dullahan. I don't know why I just started going with that, but I mean, he is supposed to be a Dullahan. Yeah, if I make him a proper character sheet, I'm gonna have to make a version where his head is actually detached. So motif is garden. Sort of like a garden guardian sort of thing. I was thinking he'd be brought back and kind of, or he's like a soul that was brought back and kind of forced to act as a guardian for a certain area, for like a little garden space. But yeah, so garden, right, plant, or actually specifically right, flowers. So flowers, and then I'll probably kind of maintain some of the morning glory effect, but I'm also going to write insect. So the thing is, I'm kind of like going for more, I was thinking more like a predatory type of insect, so either a praying mantis or, yeah, praying mantis or a dragonfly. So I'm actually going to look up a dragonfly real quick. I think his boots were more so inspired by the look of a praying mantis, though, is the thing. Because I wasn't really impressed with the limbs of a dragonfly. You know, dragonflies are a little more famous for their wings. Wings and general shape, so yeah, I think that's kind of why I went with the mantis. But since it's such a general idea, I think maybe a combination of both wouldn't necessarily hurt. I don't know. Yeah, I might be more of a mantis guy, I'm gonna be real. Okay, let's go back to OBS real quick. And then also Guardian. Oops. Pray, I spell it right, so armor. Okay, somewhat armored at least. Armored. And I think I'm just gonna go with the scythe for him. I know it's kind of a, some people might think it's a little cliche with Dullahan, but I don't know, I feel like a garden themed Dullahan's probably, a scythe would be pretty fitting for them. Yeah, I was thinking more of just like some sort of pole arm for a while, but yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay. Anyways. Sorry, I'm like blanking out. Huh? Uh-oh. Okay, there's nothing going on. Sorry. Oh, okay. So I really should have drank more water, I think. Or drink more water before stream. God, sorry my model keeps freaking out. I'm stretching over. Trying to look at the picture of a mantis. Yeah, I don't know how I'm good. I'm just gonna sketch out the boots real quick. So, yeah, let's get those boots. Sorry if you hear anything in the background. I don't think I can do anything about that. Okay. Yeah, let's just bring out some of the... Basically, I'm bringing out the elements that I know that I do want. So on the thighs... Gonna just drawing out this guide real quick. Because his lower boots will have sort of these spikes on them. To kind of give it a little bit more of an insect look. Okay, and over here it's a bit more slim. Yeah. So the actual boot part, of course, isn't going to be like too much thicker than his actual legs, but so I'm trying to like block that in before I get too deep in. This upper thigh area, though, is actually kind of thick. Okay. So try to fill that in. Oh, hey there, Shinobi. I hope your day's going well. How are you today? I am, starting to draw out the outfit for this character, so the part that I've always struggled with. Yeah, I really struggled with in the past. So I'm back, right now I'm trying to like sketch out the boots right here, so. Or just block them in, I should say. I'm still very much in the early parts of a stream. So yeah, I'm trying to get this. Okay. So I'm gonna have this part. But yeah, have you been doing anything exciting lately, or have you just been chilling out? I haven't been doing too much, to be honest, outside of streaming and just sleeping, honestly. Yeah, I keep thinking that, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and stay up today, because I can't be sleeping all the time and then I go to sleep, so. Because work kind of kicks my ass all the time. Pretty boring day, dreary cold weather, just staying in and playing this anime golf game I used to play a long time ago. I see. Yeah, it was definitely very dreary yesterday. It's arranged for a pretty long time. So I get it. But that's interesting about the golf game. Oh yeah, one thing I guess I was thinking about yesterday was there's this game called Alien Tavern on sale that I had on my wish list for a little while. I never really got around to buying it. Kind of thinking about getting it, but I'm gonna wait until after I make my car payment for that, so. But yeah, I guess my interest has been a little bit more perked up when it comes to that game. Okay, let's get the actual boots too, because I did not sketch that part out. Okay. But yeah, I hope the weather gets a bit better in your area. It's very, very overcast outside right now over here, but it's not too bad. I don't know, the thing is, when the weather's a bit dreary, it makes my job at work a little easier because less people are coming. I don't know, I get overwhelmed at work. I've been getting overwhelmed at work a lot, so it's just like, Usually winter is supposed to make this kind of stuff, my job, a lot easier, but yeah, it hasn't been feeling easier lately. Just kind of been getting overwhelmed. Because everyone's just trying to return their bottles at the same time. Okay, hold on. Trying to get this neck thing. Yeah, just right now I'm putting in the elements that I do know that I want in here, so. There's these neck bands and whatnot. It's been overcast and snowy for weeks. It doesn't warm up until like April or May here. I hate it. Give me summer already. I see. Yeah, it's technically not supposed to be this warm right now, but yeah, I think yeah, the temperature this week is like supposed to be really high for the time of year, but yeah, I live in Michigan. It's supposed to be pretty cold. Yeah, it's usually supposed to be pretty cold here, but you know, not for the past few weeks. It hasn't. Like, we had January, which was super cold, but then it just stopped being cold. On the bright side, I don't have to drive through a bunch of snow, so admittedly I don't mind that part too much. I do kind of look forward to getting my seeds started. So that's kind of the thing I've been hoping to do. I'm in Minnesota, so pretty close, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like temperatures tend to be a bit colder west of the lakes, actually, but yeah, I imagine it's pretty close. I know that Minnesota gets super cold. Actually, my cousin used to live in Minnesota back in the day, but I think she moved south for a while, so I don't really talk to her very much, but yeah, sometimes I hear about what she's been doing. Okay. Yeah, I really need to sketch out a shirt for this guy soon. Of course, I wanted to see what I can do for a... Yeah, I should just get some kind of shirt sketched out. Maybe okay, let's turn off the symmetry ruler for a second. Try to... I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about his shirt, because that's the part that kind of keeps throwing me off, admittedly. But I do kind of like the slash. Try to keep a little bit of the... Okay, I should probably just keep this bit a little bit more simple for the time being, and then I'll try to come up with something better. Okay, let's turn the ruler back on. Okay. So... yeah, I think I'm going to give him, like, shoulder pads, but... I think his upper body is generally just not quite as armored as his lower body. I don't know, maybe most of the creatures he fights is probably more of a... yeah, maybe it just mostly fights, like, shorter creatures. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's draw some pants too. Okay. And we'll just take the calligraphy pen. Just yeah, I just noticed that his outfit was starting to look a little questionable, so I was like, oh, I should probably do something about that. Okay. Okay. So right now, I am trying to, like, stay, like, a little bit closer to the initial design concept. So I'll give him sleeves that are maybe a bit fluffier, too. Okay. All right. Yeah, sorry, I'm just, like, rambling to myself. Usually stuff like this does take a bit more brain power. So it's just good. I get kind of lost in thought. You know what, I'll let the wrappings kind of go all the way up here. Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted the armor, or like, not necessarily or shoulder pads. Yeah, that part's gonna be the hard part, so I'm gonna go to the browser real quick and just try to check out some references. Actually, there's something I never got around to doing. No, okay. Sorry, no, I'm just gonna... I'm a mess today, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know how your morning was, but I I just had a hard time getting up, basically. Yeah, I stayed up, I think, until... Well, I think it was up past 1, but I was, like, gaming until midnight, because, yeah, I was just playing Kingdoms of Amalur again. Honestly, I think I'm getting it to the point where I do need a little bit of a break from the game, but I'll probably keep side questing for a little bit longer, because, just a vibe. But yeah, right now I'm just looking at some, dragonflies, just to see if I can get some sort of inspiration from them. Okay. It was quite boring, just made breakfast and watched YouTube videos about mysterious, unexplained disappearances. I see. Yeah, I don't think my morning was too different. Except for the part where I was trying to, like, get, like, a very basic sketch done for the stream. But yeah, I was just, you know, I got some cereal together, I just kind of was drawing, watching some YouTube videos. I tried to pop into someone else's stream earlier, but my internet gave out randomly, like right as I just came in and tried to talk to them. So it's like, yeah, they probably thought I just disappeared. So I tried to go onto my phone, and because my phone has 5G, but I can't really be on a stream for very long while I'm on 5G, just because it kind of shoots up the rates so much. So yeah, I just kind of like was there long enough to drop a message like, hey, sorry, my Wi-Fi died, I have to leave. And yeah. Okay. Not sure how I feel about this. Okay, hold on. Okay, back up. So many undo. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the symmetry again. And I'm just trying to... I think I want this part to be asymmetrical. So actually, let's take this and I'll make it yellow. So it kind of... So we can tell that it's supposed to be a separate part. I'm gonna look at this original concept. Just take some inspiration from that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna come to terms with the fact that this armor is just wildly... This guy's just gonna have impractical armor, basically. He's already dead, he doesn't need something practical. You should stop by my stream tonight if you can. I'm doing demo night. I'll be trying a bunch of new game demos. I see. I'll try and see if I can stop by for at least for a little bit. I just try to make sure I'm like still... I'm trying to make sure I'm not super tired or anything. But yeah, it should be around 9, right? Or because they usually start like really late for me. But what kind of demos are you planning on playing? If you've got any like actual plans for it. Okay. And also, hello, Enoxeth. I hope your day's going all right. I hope you have had a good morning or anything. Or yeah, morning. I usually start around 8 p.m. Okay. Yeah, that's 9 for me then. Yeah, I'll try to pop in if I... Yeah, I'll try to pop in for a bit. Well, so are you doing anything fun right now, you know? Sorry, I have a little bit of a headache right now, just to warn you guys. Yeah, I think that's why I've been under the weather. Yeah, I've been pretty out of it lately a lot of the time, so I think that's why I've just been struggling a little bit lately. Okay. Yeah, I'm at work right now, so I'm on my off shift at the moment, just chilling in bed after a lava hot shower. I see, I see. How am I? How are you? Or me, I guess. I am okay-ish. As I said, I'm a little under... I think I've been under the weather a bit. But yeah, I'm still... Obviously, I'm okay enough to stream for a few hours, but... Yeah, I'm probably gonna rest for a little bit after stream. 2 retro-looking space shooters like Star Fox Style, a game where you sneak around as a spy, some kind of horror game, and Demon Tides. I guess you can travel around on a big ocean doing something. I don't know. I see, I see. That sounds kind of interesting. Kind of wondering if Demon Tides might be a pirate game, but I'm not really sure. I'm just guessing because I know a few years back I was really into I got really into Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so kind of just remembered that suddenly. But yeah, I never heard of any of those, so I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But also I'm trying to, as you can see by the title, I've been trying to like redesign this, or it's sort of a redesign, but not really just kind of a rough sketch of this character. So, well, don't push yourself if you're starting to get sick. It'll only make it worse. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm not like horrible. It's not that I feel horrible or anything. I'm just trying to just get by. I don't know. I've been like skipping streams so much these past month that I just don't really want to skip too many more, you know? I have Black Flag on Switch, but never played it. It does look interesting. Yeah, it's a really fun game. I don't know how it compares to other Assassin's Creed games, but I know it's considered to be a really good pirate game, so... Yeah, I had a lot of fun while I was playing it back in the day. But yeah, if I feel too under the weather, I can probably end stream maybe like half an hour early. But yeah, I'm only planning on streaming for a few hours today, so... Just try to get my hours in and all that. Okay. Anyways, just try to draw this band. Gonna look... Yeah, I really like how this looked in the original version, but I'm not really sure how that's gonna carry. Okay. But yeah, right now I'm trying to give him some sort of build thing. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to think things through. I think I still want to give him kind of like a skirt thing, just because of generally how I like to do that. Sorry, like I'm scrolling through all these previous concepts. I've been struggling to draw this guy for a while. Okay. But yeah, let's try to get a quick skirt drawn. So, I'm gonna make it a darker color. Kind of wondering how the shape should look. Design looks good. Thank you. Thanks. And yeah, also to Shinobi, I actually played it on Switch too, so it's kind of funny that you say it on Switch. But yeah, in Black Flag, you can basically kind of sail around the Caribbean, or Caribbean, I should say. It's not Caribbean. But yeah, you can like sail a pirate ship around the Caribbean, and you can bring down and take over forts with the pirates, and you can explore different islands. Yeah, it's I definitely had phases where I got really into pirates and stuff. Of course, I don't have that many pirate-themed characters, which is kind of funny. Okay. Sorry, I'm just... Okay, let's see. Right now I'm going with this one that's a little bit more similar. I feel like I really should have come up with a sort of shape, like shapes that might have looked good for him, because I think you can kind of have a motif with a shape language. I'm not really doing very well with that. Okay. Yeah, admittedly, it's like I don't necessarily hate the design or anything, but I just been having kind of a hard time just coming up with a look that I really like click with for him. Okay. I guess technically that's why you're supposed to like experiment with character designs, so wonder if I should like come up with another outfit or a few more outfits and see if that I can do better with that. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna try to remind myself I need to draw on the jewelry. So. Okay. Actually, I realized that this should technically be a bit under the... I think it should be under here. Sorry. Yeah, I know I'm not being very good about talking. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay. Also, I need to... My coffee's probably like ice cold right now. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll try to... I'm gonna try and like sketch a really rough background for this guy, just to see if I can come up with anything that can be a little more satisfied with. Or at least it like puts me in the mental mood, you know? So right now I'm trying to... So like his general setting is supposed to be more like a walled garden. I don't know if I mentioned that while any of you guys were here, but... Yeah, it's kind of the idea that I had for him. Ugh, okay. So, try to get some purple in here too. So, yeah, I think mostly right now I'm just trying to roughly sketch in some potential plants. Yeah, usually not something I do for character designs, but just hoping that kind of helps me figure things out. So I'm drawing some bushes. Let's try to get a stone bench. Okay. By the way, well, I need to turn in. Okay. Gotta get some sleep before the night shift. Be seeing ya. Okay. Thank you for popping in. Hope you have a good sleep then. Okay, just adding some cobblestones. Yeah, sorry, it's I guess thinking on it, I am feeling kind of not great. I'm gonna try and hold out for at least 2 hours, but I think I might actually just end stream an hour earlier. I don't know. I don't know why I just been feeling out of it so badly. Yeah, I think I just really need to take my break pretty soon. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm like just observing the drawing at this point. Trying to think about just think about what I can do. Yeah, I think probably doing a character design stream was maybe a little bit of a mistake too, just because it's as I said, it takes a lot more brain power. Oh man. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, actually, maybe I'll just end stream in like 10 minutes. Sorry, it's I keep shortening it down, but like I keep just looking at this and it's like, oh, like what am I doing, man? Just not feeling very good. Maybe I'll just do some doodles. Yeah, this yeah, okay, maybe I can just do some notes. Kind of fill this one screen with like a bunch of color. Just try to bring it down. Kind of wondering what I could do. Okay, so it seems like there's yeah, I feel like part of the issue here might be just how I'm arranging some of the elements too. Kind of want to, like, part of me wants to give him like a sleek but slightly armored look, but I don't know, maybe this shoulder pad is just like kind of messing things up more than I would have liked. It's just I'm not really sure what I would do. Maybe some sort of have more of a, maybe have this upper area more armored, and then can have we can kind of keep the sleeve looking, or the puffy sleeves down here. Okay, maybe have make this sash thing maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, I guess just kind of leave the armor parts being more decorative than actual as I said, actually being practical, because, you know, he's already like undead. He doesn't really need that much protection in actuality. Also, he's supposed to have like these fingerless gloves. Okay, but yeah, the big thing is the shape right here. Yeah, or the shape of the skirt. Like, it looks really bad to me. Like, I want it there. Like, I want some sort of kind of skirt, but yeah. Maybe have a... Maybe I can have it be a bit flatter looking. I don't know. Kind of a flatter, more sleeker look. And the skirt itself, not sure how long it'd be. And I can have a... keep some of the decorative stuff on the side. Kind of... Maybe I can have like something kind of fall down here too. Maybe like a chain. Maybe I have some decorative elements on the ends of the shoes right here. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, it might work. Maybe. Still not really sure. I guess looking at his original artist reference, yeah, it seems like maybe the sash actually goes on over something else. I don't know. Okay. We have a crisper look right here. Okay. Okay. So we have this, the neck thing. Then for this, just kind of have the shoulder stuff kind of like, I don't know. So I tend to, when I have more insect themed armor, yeah, I'm not really sure. Should probably come up with more of a base look. Okay. I do want it to have like a curvy design though. And you have like the shirt here. Or the layers of shirts, I guess. It's kind of I don't know how to even describe any of my stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I guess maybe I can like think about the actual like culture he would theoretically come from, because he is from like a fantasy land, I think. Yeah, I think that's an issue with a lot of the character designs I've been dealing with, is just trying to not think about the world around them quite enough. Okay. Part of me is wondering if I should give him like some sort of like headwear though. Like part of me feels like it'd be kind of interesting, but at the same time, I kind of like how his hair is. I don't know, if I come up with headwear, it's probably just going to be accessories for the hair. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So sorry about cutting the stream short, but I think maybe now it's just, I'm just gonna go ahead and read out. So, yes, I know it's really sudden, it's just... Yeah, I guess when I think about it, I am feeling like kind of rough, honestly. But maybe I can like just, Uh-oh. I was thinking about reading Clancy, but I think he might have ended his stream. Let me try to make a new page right here. Yeah, he ended his stream, so... You know, I think I'm just gonna not raid out then. Oh, take care of yourself, thank you. Yeah, I probably just need a rest for a little bit and just try to drink more water. But yeah, I was feeling pretty crummy yesterday too, so... But thank you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll try to pop in for at least a little bit for your stream, try to see what you're doing. But yeah, all right, have a good day. All right, see everyone. Nope, it's not.